Like many other locations, the first half of autumn in San Francisco is indistinguishable from summer in San Francisco. It's often bright and warm, and days are still reasonable lengths. Sure, the end of September will give you signs that effective autumn is coming soon. In the first full weekend of October, San Francisco hosted Fleet Week and the visiting Dallas Cowboys at the same time, so I don't think I need to do much commentary on the crowds these events brought. Fisherman's Wharf is generally pretty crowded on weekends, but the air shows took it to another level. Oh, and that weekend approached 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is annoying because your favorite bald brown boy does not like warm weather or crowds. The mild weather of the beginning of autumn makes October a prime exploration month, so I finally walked behind the Exploratorium for the first time in my 8+ years of living in San Francisco. Maybe one day I'll actually go inside. Of course, there's nothing wrong with taking in the sights and sounds of old favorites either, though as of writing this, I've still never been on a cable car either. Hey, when you live in a city like San Francisco, the more you do, the more you realize how little you've done. For example, let me show you some of the sights I captured during a single walk on an October day. It's worth repeating that all of this happened on a single walk. One of my least favorite things about this season is how difficult oranges are to find this time of year as supermarkets get taken over by the nation's apple surplus.
With record-breaking crop production for the past 2 years, farmers have to either sell the apples or store them, and if they can't do either, then they have to throw them away.
The Friday before my 5K race, I headed over to the Presidio to pick up the bib. Since I already made a video about the race that no one cared about, I'm going to share with you the sunset that made me decide to spend a couple hours walking the 4 miles back home instead of taking an Uber. As usual, I had to check to see how our sourdough heroes are doing. If you're a regular Raymond viewer, you'll know these guys don't care what season it is. They will always feed the world sourdough. And here are our construction heroes. You'll soon see what they're preparing this location for. This. This Ferris wheel is called Skystar, and it was relocated from Golden Gate Park because apparently there aren't already enough tourist attractions at Fisherman's Wharf. And apparently the city decided there isn't enough congestion because San Francisco hosted the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, better known as APEC.
The official APEC reception, President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill at San Francisco's Exploratorium. It's a real honor.
It goes without saying that this mid-November event that brought a bunch of world leaders to San Francisco necessitated the eastern half of the city to basically be shut down. Sure, some people may see the temporarily cleaner streets and hidden homelessness as good things, but the police presence everywhere and the bad traffic really makes you consider the actual costs of the urban utopia dreamed about by those who constantly deride the ills of major cities. But at least there were cool lights at the ferry building. Just look at the way these lights appeared in the rain during one of my rain-soaked runs. Speaking of rain, the first storm of the season made its unsurprising debut mid-November, or around the time summer-fall transitions into winter-fall. Rain doesn't stop me from my scheduled workout runs, so you know it doesn't stop me from going on walks. In fact, it's important to be more diligent about forcing oneself to go on walks and to maintain other healthy habits during seasons that discourage it, especially since those seasons are typically associated with poor eating habits as well as a number of airborne threats to the immune system. One of my low-key favorite things about this city, San Francisco on rainy weekends manages to fill with people who simply refuse to allow rain to ruin their weekends. And of course, nature will occasionally reward those willing to stick out a mini storm cell until the end. This is just part of the November aesthetic, which is characterized by damper streets, more leaves, and replacing the previous month's hint of autumn with full-blown autumn. Not to mention sunsets before 5 p.m. Just a few weeks prior, this 5 p.m. walk was in broad daylight. This season also has a holiday that sneaks up on me, often resulting in last-second solo plans like ordering KFC the Wednesday before. Not sponsored. The thing about California is, even in November, you will eventually get a clear, bright, sunny day. But every mid-autumn day gives way to darker evenings that reveal the ever-growing performative holiday spirit of Christmas lights, reminding us that the holidays are just around the corner.